Welcome back to another One Punch Man 2 review. Today is episode 8. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Couch Talk. As always, we are anime viewers only. No source material. And we're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
So, before I talk about everything in the stadium, I'll just mention the other kind of minor things that happened throughout the episode. Kind of like Watchdog and Garo finally got started. That's it. Really, they just got started.
Right.
Moomin Rider was at the hospital with Tank Top Hero. And they did their little thing there. And then we got the monsters full kind of like plan with to let them go wild, kidnap someone associated, which they did, and then turn as many humans into monsters as possible.
Right. Pretty straightforward.
Which they're like, let's do this, then get out, is basically what they were doing. So they have that. But yeah, back at the martial arts stadium, which is where most of the episode is. All of it,
It's
essentially,
pretty
besides those quick little scenes.
Yeah.
The monsters show up finally, and obviously it's going to work on some of the martial artist guys that offer them, hey, to become stronger. Especially Gokatsu, who's the previous champion.
He's a lot bigger than I thought he was. Like, I thought he was like normal human size. He's huge.
Like, because you're right. Because I thought that too. Like in the previous glimpses we got of him, like walking away. And just remember, he was the one that beat Genos, so he's obviously strong.
He's very strong. Even this episode, he shows how strong he is.
Yeah, I guess we also got a glimpse of Metal Knight, where his robot was captured by the monsters, and he is being forced to like watch everything that's going on.
Right.
But yeah, so obviously some of those martial arts guys take it, like Chose, who becomes like a demon.
I'm not surprised that they took it, because I mean, everyone
that's too old to become stronger.
They just want to become stronger just by the nature of like martial arts. But I am surprised that
Suryo.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't take it, to be honest, because I thought, he would be the type to take it. But funny enough, it's not like he didn't take it for like a high moral reason. He mentions to go, he's like, I just don't want to be ugly like you.
Yeah, also, he's fighting so he could get a date.
Right.
He wanted the hot babe, man.
He's going for that date.
Which is why, he started fighting, and he took down the other couple scrubs, and then takes down Chose, which he actually kind of sacrificed himself for a little bit to defend everyone else. So it's not like he's a bad guy. It's like he acts like he's on this weird place, but at the same time, like, he talks about how, the strong survive, the weak, whatever, but yeah, at the same time, he kind of came out, protect the weak there for a little bit before also only caring about his own life later, though. So it's kind of like a conflicted character almost.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Obviously the A heroes kind of got launched out of there pretty quickly before having to come back later.
Right, but I'm trying to think. I'm getting vibes of like the Deep Sea King from last season. I feel like this is kind of what it is again, if that makes sense. Like, there's more monsters, but in this particular instance, there's like a super strong monster that's just beating everyone, destroying everyone, like showcasing its power. And then I feel, Saitama's just going to come by and one-hit it, which I feel is, I think I've already mentioned before, I feel like One Punch Man should be a single season show, just because it's so, I don't want to say predictable, because obviously it's predictable just by the title, but it's like so it follows the same like stories. It's like, yeah, this one is a bunch of monsters, but like even in this like instance, you can see how it's pretty much the Deep Sea King again. Like, there's these heroes, they fought, getting their ass kicked, they're on the brink of death. Saitama shows up, he's like, you guys did well, and then I'm assuming he's just gonna one punch him.
Yes. Yeah, except for this time we are fighting Gokatsu though at the end, because he kind of just leaves because he kind of accomplished what he wanted. Obviously, after he kind of thrashes Suryo around like no problem.
Yeah,
And I mean, we see Bakuzan, who's just kind of watching off to the side the whole time, was like, I actually like I'd be fine if you die because that pushes me up in like the rankings. But if I take this, and he eats all the monster cells because his goals become super strong. Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna become the ultimate just fighter, period. Which at first it looks like he died or whatever.
it didn't work, but then it did work.
But it did work. And he comes back as the one guy's like, Gaketsu's like, oh, you're the same danger threat I am, and then just fucking slaughter, like beat his ass, and the guy's like, I give up on becoming the ultimate fighter now. It's like there's more people than me. He's like,
it's so funny how he gives up while he's a monster. Like it's just so. I will say there was, I guess, a character like progression for Suryu. Like he last couple episodes he kind of like mocked heroes, but as he saw, like he had heroes that were definitely weaker than him, clearly weaker than him, like obviously the tournament shows that, standing up for him. Like even when he's like, why are you here, they kind of looked at each other like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, we're here to help.
Yeah, like Snack and Max and stuff. They're like, all right, we have our actual outfits now, and it's like, right, this actually protects against claws and beaks and all this shit.
Right.
Because they were able to take down the crows easily. But then we don't even see Snack and Max get like taken out like Okatsu. It's just kind of like because Suryo is fleeing or whatever. When it does, like there's an impact at least, but it doesn't show anything of them.
Right.
But
it just was nice to see him acknowledge like heroes, even though he was kind of forced to, because he's on the brink.
He's just calling for help. He's like, I don't want to die or whatever. It's like,
but yeah,
so we'll kind of see where his character goes because
okay.
He seems like on the brink. He could go either way, actually, becoming more of a hero or becoming towards a monster.
Right. This season is kind of strange to me because obviously we don't have much of Saitama at all. He's honestly, I don't even know if he's top 5 screen time right now. Like that's how little in this episode he was in there for what, 5 seconds, the last 5 seconds, last 10 seconds.
Yeah,
because it's
like,
weird. I understand.
Where was he the whole time? I was like,
right.
He couldn't have left without seeing a monster, right? It's like, was he just on the toilet again, or was he gonna keep running with that? Like,
right, but like, usually when you have like the nature of the show, like how he can just beat everything, with one hit. I get why they want to keep him away from fights, but when they do that, I expect for them to focus on maybe a different character. It was Garo for like the first half, but we've kind of went away from that too. He just kind of gets like the sideline show, like, oh, he's fighting again. That's how it come. Like earlier, it's like, oh, he's hunting down people. Now it's like, oh, he's just in another fight. Now we kind of have Shiryu, but I feel like that's going to go away too. So it's kind of strange. Like it's episode 8, and I don't even think Saitama hasn't even fought a monster.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to like flush out other characters, but they never go deep enough or far enough with it to really
right.
matter.
Like we've had Garo,
and it's like, why wouldn't we just focus on like another hero we've spent time with, or actually, or see more of like one of these S ranks or something? And it's like, especially when we're introducing so many now, and then all of a sudden they're just sidelined again.
Yeah, I really want to see how it ends, because the way it's building up is like a repeat of season 1. Like it's the big bad, like Saitama's going to go down in the monster lair. They're going to have like a little fight, and he's going to beat him in one punch. And it's like, it's not really captivating when you keep doing that, when it's just, it feels like the same story just with a different skin, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure how I feel about this season. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, because like, especially when every fight is the exact same in the show.
Right. It's like
all of them are the exact same because they're all animated the exact same. They're just in a different location. That's how and it's like different people, but they fight the exact same way every other character fights. Right. There's like no individuality in it because of the lack of like animation.
That is a good point. Every fight does feel the same. They also sound the same. which I've been noticing more how they use the same like sound effect, like with like I didn't notice it at first, and someone pointed it out, and now I just keep hearing it. Like when someone does like a hard hit, it's like that's how it sounds every time. I'm like, that's what they're talking about. But I do agree with how all the fights just feel the same. Like they just yeah, there's like no individuality. It's a bunch of different people fighting, but it's just like
it's the exact same fight because it's just flashes and then one guy's done. It's like it's literally that every time. It's
right.
And you know, it's just, and we're not focusing on Saitama as much anymore. It's like, you know, a lot of the shit, like first season was built around him and his humor and stuff, and
right,
that's what helped carry it. But this one, there's not much humor in this season, and we're focusing on all these characters that just we don't even get to see them fully fleshed out or whatever. And it's just
right. It feels like we get introduced to a character and then we're done with them. Like Garo kind of feels that way. Tornado's sister, Miss Blizzard.
Yeah, Lady Blizzard.
Lady Blizzard. That kind of feels this way. I feel like Sirio, he's gonna feel that way after like this episode. I feel like he'll be. It's weird because you'd think they'd focus on like Genos more, since you know he's kind of Saitama's sidekick. Like he'd get more screen. He wasn't even in this episode. Like I don't even know if he was in last episode. Like
yeah, the last episode he had because
like
we got
briefly,
him like destroyed or whatever.
Yeah,
and he was
like,
like, "Oh, that one was so strong." Yeah, like that was it.
It's weird because they just throw a bunch of characters at us and then they get rid of them. It's like, what am I supposed to care about? Because it's hard to care about the conflict of, oh, the monsters are taking over when you have Saitama. And when you're making it to where it feels you are purposely finding any excuse to keep him out of the fight. Like, oh, he's using the bathroom again. Oh, he's being chased off by the tournament officials. Like, he would really care. Like, they're forcing him out of the show. So yeah, it doesn't...
But I don't... It's like, where could he have been, right? If he left the stadium, he would have ran into any of the monsters. It was like, was he out there just killing a couple before coming back? He was like... Because the guy was like, "Oh, why are you back?" He's like, "I heard you calling for a hero." I was like, "Bitch, how? Like, what are you?"
I was like, "He's been calling way, but there's been screaming. There's been birds fucking sky bombing the stadium at the start. Like, it feels weird to me. Like this season, like I don't know what our focus should be. Obviously,
yeah, it's like the plot's interesting, right? But then the way they're doing everything around it is just not right.
Right. I mean, we might as well just jump into scores.
Just the scores.
Since that's what we're kind of doing. You me go first?
Yeah.
I will say like six-ish. There are parts that I like. Like I do like this whole monster association thing, like takeover. That's pretty neat. I did like Siryu's moment, how he acknowledged heroes. Like I like how like heroes are like important to their society and culture. It's just the way they go about it, like you said, all the fights feel the same. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm not trying to say it's awful. Like it's just like, oh, okay, he does this, and then they do the little quick moves and then whatever. But like the whole, what are we focusing on? Where's Saitama? Like, why are these characters even important that you're introducing to us? Like, also it kind of feels like a repeat of last season's plot lines. Like, it's just, I don't know where I stand for the season, because like sometimes I enjoy it and then sometimes I'm like, it's okay. Like it could definitely be a lot better. I will say that, but like I don't know yet. I feel like it's alright-ish so far. It's nothing compared to season 1. Yeah,
I agree with a lot of your points, but I'm gonna give it a 5. It's just, again, it's like I like some of the characters that we're getting this season, right? I like Siryu. He seems decent. I like Garo. But it's just, again, we're only getting glimpses of these characters that I feel like are never going to be fleshed out in full where they should be or whatever to make me retain that interest. And again, at the end of the day, it's like, I kind of agree with you. It should have just been that first season, in all honesty.
Yeah, that's...
But just let he beat the big bad of that first season. We got nothing else to really worry about after that. It's like, but, the Monster Association's cool. But at the end of the season, it's always just going to be down because, I mean, even Tornado is like super strong. We haven't even met rank 1 or whatever. Who knows?
Or I feel like this arc should have been before the I forgot his name, Boros, when whoever Saitama fought in the final episode, who was like
I think that was
the
Boros,
big mega strong dude. I feel like that should have just been the end of the show. This could have probably fit before that, but since I've already seen that, it's like I haven't seen anyone compared to Boros, so there's no threat to me. Obviously,
I mean, possibly Orochi, because he is the Monster King.
Right,
So
but that's what I'm saying. It feels like it's just going to be a Boros repeat, but on a lower scale.
true, yeah. I mean, the furthest I could go is where Saitama, right, doesn't one punch as like that's
right,
like
two
as
punch.
yeah, it's like as deep as the show can go. It's like action wise, but it's fine because we won't see those punches anyway, since everything's just cut away or flash or whatever. So
True, it will be a giant bright flash, and then Saitama pose.
it's like when they beat the crows, we just saw the guts go by, right?
Right.
We didn't even see him actually hit the crows or anything. Just guts flew by Gokatsu, and he's like, okay. Oh well, we'll see where it keeps going.
Right, but yeah, it's a spiel time after we kind of mini ranted there.
Yeah, mini rant. Oh man, make sure to hit that subscribe, like, notification bell. You know time every time I upload. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought. So, what you did like it. Until next time. Peace out.
See ya.